This realm is truly beginning to thrive. I cannot help but be stirred. If you ever...
Yeah.
Looks like the situation has changed again. Take it easy.
You're open!
Gotcha!
Stand with me!
Here comes the catch! Quietly now.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Things are about to get dicey. Busted. The reason I'm willing to bet on you is because of your special status. I think it'll bring me a lot of leads that can get me closer to the truth. So, got any... Quietly now. Game's up from Silva. Take it easy. Busted. Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha. Quietly now.
Rust and rebuild!
need an umbrella. Just pick up the pace. Be careful. No one wants to get struck by lightning.
Step right up.
According to some of the older Eremites, it does actually rain in the desert on occasion. And when it does, it's always a lot heavier than this.
The academia?
Did you hear what happened?
What
It's the
happened
academia.
this time?
Did you hear what happened?
The
It's the
academia?
academia.
What happened this time?
Did you hear what happened? It's
The
the academia.
academia? What happened this time?
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
Did you hear what happened? It's the academia.
The academia? What happened this time?
Did you hear what happened? It's the academia.
The academia?
The desert's a
What happened
tough
this time?
adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you.
Did you hear what happened? It's the academia.
The academia? What happened this time?
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better
What
life.
happened this time?
Did you hear what
The
happened?
academia?
It's the academia.
Ugh, what happened this time?
The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you.
Did you hear what happened? It's the academia.
The academia? Ugh, what happened this time?
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
The academia? Ugh, what happened this time?
Did you hear what happened? It's the academia.
The academia? Ugh, what happened this time?
The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything.
Rebooting.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom.
Let's move out.
Yaya Publishing House has released numerous works that lay out military The snow. Have you ever seen such beauty? Let's move out.
Let's get it on!
Covenants of the Deep!
You're dead meat! Buckle up! Yeah! Cha! Ha!
Rest and rebuild!
Look alive!
Sun's out, guns out. Just sucks that I got so much work to do.
Let's get it on! Cha! Ah! Hi!
To survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship.
I guess I'll post a commission at the Adventurers Guild.
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
Take your pick. You'll find no second-rate items at Wagner's.
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life.
Today's recommendation is a steak.
I guess
Haven't
I'll
you
post a
heard?
commission.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
we go! I'm going in!
Game's up. Time's over.
Gotcha!
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Want me to come along?
Take it easy. Quietly now.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Let the clouds hide.
The birds call!
Here comes the catch. Gotcha. Cha, cha. Take it easy. Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey. Bust it. Take it easy.
There's no end to this.
Another test.
Gotcha.
Have a little taste. Fry.
The wind knows me.
A hunter becomes.
Game's up. Fun's over. Take it easy. Busted.
Into the wind.
Quietly now.
Wind strike!
Thank you for Add as
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic?
It also reminded me, on the day that after my partner here put the dots together, can you do me a favor and try to...
Let me think. After that, he told us that he wanted to go. My first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life wasn't. But when I got there, it was already too late.
So you also remember...
Indeed. The guards said that the first reason being, Mr. Callus, but according to the guards, that doesn't... About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third...
At least from our perspective, the gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying, but hold on. If he didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, did he lose all faith in the courts?
About that, Malus I'll tell you everything.
I understand. And if I may just say one more thing. Many people have laughed at me for still, but it was Mr. Callus's trust that no matter what others might say.
Don't worry. I will... You and all our other... Hey, Thierry! It's me!
Oh, now...
Oh, so you...
Oh, okay. Hey.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that?
I mean, Callus did a fantastic job running it. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city. Anyway,
Yes. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny...
I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved. If you want to go through the original file...
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually...
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly. Why do you ask?
Well, you see, just so... if you, hypothetically, wanted to do something against...
If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but if you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just... Removing a serial number is also not as easy as... So I can promise you, but they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super...
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Jokes aside, I'll be staying in the city for a little while. I'll see what I can do for you in Spina.
Hello. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know?
Sure. I will let him know right away.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as...
Oh, it's all right, I just wanted to talk to you brief.
Yes,
Oh,
You were
That's right. I also witnessed your to beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her.
Oh, Paimon doesn't.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is.
Uncle Marcel, you've also know.
Yes, I was.
Exactly. I still.
Oh, and
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to, if not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably.
alas, it seems things. But rest assured, Navia. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you.
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. Do you have any new thoughts on my father?
About that. The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure things were running. Then I heard the sound of a gunshot.
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself.
Sounds good. Just let me know. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support.
Take it easy.
One with nature.
We've talked to all three suspects.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be anyway.
But where should we start? Ah, you're right.
According to Jacques' family members,
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably
So, what would make more sense from his perspective? Makes sense. Besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex, it's obvious that our enemy...
Do you think he...
Given everything that's... But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the Confrérie, it's still really... Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of Mora and... Thierry, you say? But...
Yeah. Had he actually... If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out...
Florent? But... Espina di Rosula's advice...
So you're saying he's too broke to...
Exactly. He can't. And... who could it be? You know, if you think everything through...
Could we be missing other suspects?
Malus has always been very... The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal... Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes, Malus did say that we need far more solid...
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking...
Huh? Aren't you...
Yeah. News came from...
Wasn't that place built
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called
What? Is...
Yeah, we...
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's absurd, don't you think?
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
That's what I thought was... If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right. Because...
Yeah.
I understand. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Since this is a trial, you're right. This is our best I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back.
We'll help you.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malou, Silver. When did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson. It's our hope that your confidence will be bolstered.
Thank you so much.
See you then! Now that Navia has set out for Aranias, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over. Huh. According to Malus's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance. Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all. You're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to...
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all. I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too?
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. And if my charges prove true, then
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia.
that person is... Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières!
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter, and if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you...
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial. Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I think an attorney won't be necessary.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss...
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago. To the case. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus, if that's enough to make me a suspect...
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Claran. These are the known facts about the case.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still hadn't... in truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot after that, the true culprit. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. However, we should revisit the... The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another assassin. This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead. A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water.
So that's what happened. Wait. You're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? One,
I'm afraid...
If you don't have any evidence, you should just...
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel...
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become...
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. Then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved,
I thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the My father could have exposed it for all... At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no... What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me hot. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say...
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So... During the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. And, at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if, coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. I'm used to it, though. You've always been...
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you... On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
Know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think, alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also... Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyway.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that, in addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when... But the disappearance...
I do apologize, demoiselle.
No.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? You can also take a look at my border entry records. Or could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable?
Seems like she got the wrong... At this rate, Navia will be convicted for...
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he... But aren't you going against all of his wish? He wished for you to become more rational, once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings. And to stop...
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, many people's images are flashing before my eyes. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Time to go.
I'm going in!
As one with wind and cloud.
The wind knows me.
Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up. The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Let's light it up!
Into the wind.
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha!
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Quietly now.
Now the path is clear.
One with nature. Time to go. The wind knows it.
See? Cross over!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
Gotcha! Everybody stand back! After all, though, as expected, the master... That's right. What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but... Huh? You mean the girls from the... And all the boxes of things. These names. Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water. That means this is where they make all the synth. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get... Paimon will take notes... Let's see what's written here. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have the old dogs. He can act whenever he wants to make... I concur. Let's send some... Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain... Mixing in progress. Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep! What's this over here? Looks like some kind... Experiment number 16 aims to verify the experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Females... Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's... How can someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why he did... Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it? No, that's not it either! If that's the case... We've looked at almost everything Yeah, we haven't found anything that... No wonder even Nervalette wasn't able to find anything. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera... Sure thing. You take that, son. lover's name? Then you... Aw. It's just a normal diary So many! The final name's Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long? Hey!
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I've merely...
I was waiting for you.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence. But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vacher.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything! After your lover, Venier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you! You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vacher!
So that's it. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or...
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this? Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known no one helped me? No one even believed me? All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice. Venier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow. But I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't be dissolved. No matter what I do.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve. Can't. Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go, I did all of that. And in the end, I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! Venier! Venier! Please, Venier! Don't think badly of me.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignier. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president, Callus, at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame... However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually... Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all. The Oratrice will now deliver the final... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique, guilty.
Guards! Take Vacher away.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people, and now he's finally getting what he deserves! Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Ugh, what now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus, we now turn to the oratory. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mecha guilty.
What?
Hey! That's not funny! What's with this verdict?
Huh? This has never happened.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardin. Guards, please.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
He's activating his spell legacy!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, all I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an and. Of course, for every if you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, all shall be revealed in time. Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we should...
She probably just put on that performance to save face. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
All right. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take... After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff. Oh, Monsieur Neuvillette! That power you showed when you took him down. Who are you really?
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course. If officers of the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it, then it makes a mockery of justice.
Oh, most...
Take it easy.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list!
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even...
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs? Very well.
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you. Thank you. Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her.
Vache!
Ah!
Yes, that's it! So you heard it too!
Vinier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache!
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vinier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Vinier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vinier!
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember.
It's been more than 20 years. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance I could live without you?
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts. And if not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vinier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vinier. I am the sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals, but we became one. Just as streams of water come together in the sea. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vinier.
Why? But then, where is Vinier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became? You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vigniere's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vigniere's,
No! Yeah! She can't hate me.
you still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vigniere. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Vache.
Vache? Vache. 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 Drown.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's...
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia. What have you been busy with since the trial?
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the courts in Seine. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. This time, though, everyone in Poisson...
So his name's definitely been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte? Journalist from the Steambird?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So she was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical...
Now that's another thing to look forward to.
Oh, and in other news...
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Clorand gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time, so we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clorand wasn't actually a bad person.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved... Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave, and tell him the truth of what happened. And on top of that, that includes me.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
We want to go too!
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off.
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now. This is where my father's grave is.
Huh? There's someone there already. Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Nervalette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day. Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, and in the end, from a certain perspective, a justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh?
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Neuvillette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done. Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon do anything rude there? Huh? Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing? Oh no. Paimon... Anyway, Neuvillette is still standing around there. It's not often that...
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Mm-hmm. We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this since you're...
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea. But what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
Huh. So it really was where everything began.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But if that's the case, then...
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
That's right! It was Linny that told us back then.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon?
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels, and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant, and stay on the watch for further signs. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
But you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits. Which is all to say, I've been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
Huh. So when Linny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though, with her time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? Your sibling, another blonde-haired traveler. I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description. If he ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epicles. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memoria.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
All right. You've got a point. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Quietly now.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
One with nature.
If we bury it, maybe it'll spring back to life.
Gotcha. Game's up. Time's over. Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
One, two, breathe, three.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Take it easy. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
We cannot just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day
good
off
newspaper
and
should be a
knock out the
lighthouse
rest
of
of the work
truth.
once I'm feeling up to it.
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth. A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth. A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth. A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Take it easy. Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. pleasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Jackpot.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Take it easy.
Into the wind.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey. Take it easy. Quietly now.
One with nature. The wind knows it.
Busted.
One with nature.
Quietly now. Take it easy. Busted.